Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Tony and join me as I do a little get ready with me and get to know me. Because I feel like I just started posting shorts without saying hi, and that was kind of rude of me. That was rude of me. I agree. So I just want to share a little bit about myself so you guys know who you're watching and who you're consuming content from. I'm getting ready to head out with a friend of mine to grab a couple of drinks. So yeah, let's get ready. So as I've already mentioned, my name is Tony. I am in my 30s. I'm 33 to be exact. And I first started on social media on Instagram back in 2020. Now, I've always suffered from acne, but at that time, it was at the height of COVID. We had just gone into lockdown. We were in quarantine, and I started breaking out like crazy. I had the worst acne that I've ever had in my life. So I decided to get on Instagram. One, I wanted to use it as kind of like a diary to track my progress. And then also two, I was just kind of looking for community. I was looking for other people that were struggling with acne, specifically other women who were going through it, like kind of like a support thing. And also, kind of like help with skincare, tips, how to feel confident, things like that. And let me tell you, Instagram definitely delivered and I got exactly what I needed. And as you can see, my skin has made such great progress, and that is kind of a lot of what my YouTube channel is about. I love skincare, and so I post a lot of stuff relating to skincare. I am not an expert, okay? I'm not an esthetician, dermatologist, whatever. I'm just a skincare lover, a skincare fan. So just keep that in mind. I'm not a professional. I'm just somebody who loves skincare that's sharing my opinions. If you see me looking downwards, it's because my mirror is down here. So sometimes I'll be looking down while I apply these products. So I already mentioned that I am 33. That is still wild for me to say because, to be honest, I still feel like a teenager. I don't understand how I got here. I feel like a child still, but it's wild to be 33 because while I do still kind of feel like a child, I'm also like finding that like I'm coming more into my power and I'm finding a lot more confidence and I'm doing whatever it is that I want and I'm not letting anybody dictate anything. It's kind of been wild. It's been a wild transition. Feeling so powerful, but also feeling like I'm still a youth. Very weird, but I am enjoying my 30s so far. If I have ongoing moments of silence like this, I'm so sorry. One, I find it hard to talk to the camera. I don't know. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. A lot of the times I'm not doing like talking to the camera face videos. I am doing like voiceovers or just like no talking. So having to talk to the camera is feeling a little bit weird for me, so excuse any kind of silences or pauses. I'm learning and hopefully it will get better. I have 3 siblings. I have a little sister, a little brother, and I also have an older sister. Rest in peace to her. So I guess technically I am the oldest sister now. I think the situation with my older sister is something that I do want to talk about at some point. It's just really difficult and emotional for me to talk about. But lately I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been thinking about sharing it because I know for sure there are other people who have probably experienced or maybe are going through currently the same thing. And I don't know, I feel like I could probably offer some support to other people out there who have dealt with sibling loss or with the like specific situation that my family and I went through. So I don't know, maybe keep your eye out for that. A lot of the times I have no idea what the hell I'm doing with my brows. Yeah, I don't know. That's another fun fact about me is I've always really liked makeup. I've liked watching people put on makeup. I've loved how other people look with makeup on. And I have worn makeup, over the years, but I've never really like taken the time to really learn how to apply makeup and how to make sure my makeup looks good until like the last year or two, where I really I just made a decision that I wanted to get more into it. I don't know, makeup makes me feel beautiful. I think the ritual of doing a makeup routine feels nice. You know, setting aside a chunk of the day to just put on a face is nice. I don't necessarily aim to do full glam or something, although even when I try to do light makeup, I feel like my makeup always looks like I have on a lot of makeup. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I've been really enjoying getting to know makeup, getting to know makeup products, what looks good on me. And I can only give thanks to one, OG beauty YouTubers such as like Jackie Aina, Alyssa Ashley, people like that put the girls on very early on. So I did pick up some basics there. And then, recently the girlies on TikTok, like Tony Bravo, I think is her name. She be pulling the girlies on. Follow her. You should follow her. Yeah, so I really like following creators like that as well and take a lot of inspiration from them. I am Ghanaian. I was born and raised in Ghana, West Africa, not to be confused with Guyana. That happens a lot. I'm from Ghana, Ghana, the Gold Coast. I lived there until I was 10, and then my family immigrated to the United States, where I have been ever since. Now, my parents do often travel to Ghana, and they do the whole shebang. They have like a home there, everything like that. If you're Ghanaian, Nigerian, if you're any kind of immigrant, our parents just be doing the most in their home country. So I definitely have most of my family, my extended family is in Ghana. I unfortunately have not been able to visit Ghana as often as I would like to, just because one, it's costly to go there. Two is when I go to Ghana, I don't want to just go for a weekend, right? Or even a week. I want to take a good chunk of time. So it's hard to get time off to do that. But I am going in December, not for Dirty December because I couldn't get that time off work. But in early December, I'm really excited to go spend some time with my family. I don't have my wedding ring on right now, but I am married. I've been married for just under a year. Our wedding anniversary is actually coming up in a week. Yeah, it's in a week. And it's gonna be our first wedding anniversary. You know what? I forgot to do color corrector. Okay, moving along. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I am married. We've been married just under a year, almost a year. And we've been together 5 years, coming up on 6 next year. We don't have any children, at least not yet. Maybe in the future, who knows? I'm not a dotted product girly, okay? I realized that I did the whole dotted product thing. It was cute, but I think I like a little more coverage. So yeah, I don't do that whole dotted product thing. So currently I do work a 9 to 5. I am a social worker. Not the typical social worker. I don't do therapy. I did used to be in child welfare, but I don't do that anymore. I do have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in social work. And right now, I am happy with where I am in my career. I have a stable job. I have a government job. I have really good benefits, which is honestly the main reason that I'm happy with where I am. As a social worker, a lot of times, when you're studying social work, there is definitely a push to go the therapy or counseling route. And that is initially what I thought I wanted to do. But you know what? I realized, no, that's not for me. That's not for me. That is not my ministry. And so I went a different route. And luckily that has worked out pretty well. no regrets. I'm definitely the type of person that at this stage I have learned to leave everything regarding work at work, right? So that includes not just the work, but also the people. I'm not the type to be friends with my coworkers. I am the type to block my coworkers preemptively from social media because, I don't know. I feel like work is work and personal life is personal life. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm like mean and rude when I'm in the workplace with my coworkers, but it just means that I just don't mix the two. I don't want to be talking about work outside of work. No, that messes with my like work-life balance. Let's do like do a dollop a daisy. Just a little dollop right there. And go a bit more, tiny bit more. Okay. I like to separate my work from my personal life. And I feel like as a social worker, that is a skill that you definitely need to learn. And I may have taken it too far, right? But this is what works for me. This is what works for me, and it's been working for me for years. I've been in the social work field for like 10 years now. And yeah, I just prefer it that way. I don't know if anybody else wears glasses and sometimes gets like those marks right there on like the sides of your nose from your glasses. But my skin is so prone to that. Like I have two like very obvious dark spots right there on the sides of my nose. So I do my best to try to cover them up. Right now I'm wearing contacts, so I'm trying really hard to cover up those spots so that they're not too obvious, but they are like the bane of my existence. But usually it's fine because I wear my glasses like 99% of the time. Okay, what are some other fun facts about me? What do I like to do? I like to travel. Traveling is my passion. Just kidding. No, it actually is my passion. I love traveling. I'm always looking for where to go next. Now, I'm not gonna say like I'm that type of traveler that's like, let's go backpacking or let's like, I don't know. I feel like I love travel, yeah, but I'm only gonna travel if it's like, I don't wanna be uncomfortable, okay? I don't like being uncomfortable. So yeah, I do need the nice hotel, okay? Sue me. Yeah, I think the hotel is important. I do want to go and have nice meals, right? But at the same time, I'm like, let's do excursions, let's do activities, let's try the local food, let's immerse ourselves in the culture, right? But that doesn't mean that I need to be like at a hostel. I don't need to be at a hostel to do that, right? So yeah, but I really love travel. Some places that I have been to recently, I just went to Mexico with a girlfriend of mine. I went to Cabo. That was my first time there, and I definitely need to go back because it was a very short trip and it wasn't like an excursions doing the most type of trip. We stayed at a really nice resort and we were just at the resort, okay? But it was amazing. It was a blast. I'm actually trying to go back there next year. Yeah, so we went to Cabo. Before that, I was in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I love Puerto Vallarta. It was so fun. The week that we were there, I didn't know this, but it was Pride weekend, so there was a lot going on. It was also my birthday weekend. My birthday week, sorry, not weekend. Yeah, so we were there for a week. We went to Aruba and Curacao for our honeymoon. I freaking love Curacao. Who was gonna tell me about Curacao? I feel like people are hiding. I feel like people are gatekeeping Curacao. And you know what? They should. I don't blame them. They should gatekeep Curacao because that place was so beautiful, okay? The people, the architecture, the beach, the food. I mean, I was really mad at myself because I did not give us enough time in Curacao before we moved on to Aruba. But yeah, I'm already plotting my return to Curacao at some point. Aruba was also beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Aruba has some of the most beautiful water I've ever seen. But it felt like just like a lot more westernized. So I mean, it was nice, right? It was beautiful. Of course, I loved it. We had some really good food in Aruba. Where else have I been? I've been to Seoul, South Korea. That was pre-pandemic. I've been to Mexico a lot. I love Mexico. Where else have I been? I don't know why I'm drawing this right now. I'm drawing a huge, oh, we went to Costa Rica. I was proposed to in Costa Rica. Costa Rica, we were in Puerto Viejo. Am I saying that right? Puerto Viejo, Costa Rica. That was incredible, especially because that's where I got proposed to. Hello. I've been to a lot of, I just can't think right now. So next year, like I said, I'm always trying to go somewhere, right? Next year, my husband wants to go to Alaska for his birthday. If you've ever been to Alaska, let me know how. Alaska is not a place that I've ever been like, yeah, I want to go there. But I'm not opposed to it. He really wants to go fishing. So if you know anything about Alaska or how to plan a trip there, let me know. Let me know, because we're trying to go to Alaska. Now you might be looking at this blush and you might be like, girl, that's too much blush. And to that I say, trust the process, okay? Don't panic just yet. I'm also a huge fan of reading. When I was younger, I went through books like air. I don't know, I was like a fiend for books. I could read forever and a day. Obviously, as an adult, life happens. I haven't been able to be on my reading streak like that. Obviously, when I went to not law school, hello, grad school, I've never been to law school. I don't know why I said that. When I went to grad school, I had no time. I had no brain space to be reading for fun. So I definitely stopped reading completely for fun for a long while. But recently, I have been back in the reading mood. This year, I set a goal of reading 10 books as part of like the Goodreads challenge. And I definitely hit that goal. Problem is, as soon as I hit it, I stopped reading. And that was like earlier this year. That was like around March, April is when I hit that goal. So, I recently did pick up a book and finish it. So slowly trying to get back in, into that reading groove. But yeah, I feel like I really want to get back into that. I love to read fiction. I like to read like sci-fi, fantasy, romance, some young adult books, stuff like that. I'm not into nonfiction. I'm not into like self-help or, stuff like that. That's not why I read. I read for fun. And honestly, I feel like people look down on people that like fiction, but I feel like you can learn a lot from fiction books about like other cultures, humans, empathy, right? And just the world around you from reading fiction books. You don't need to read nonfiction to learn from your books. Now, as somebody who is like learning makeup, right? Trying to figure out what the freak I'm doing. A bronzer, blush, contour placement has been running me ragged. Like right now, what am I doing? I don't know. Is this going in the right place? Who knows? So that's something that I'm still working on. I feel like, I don't know. I have no clue. Okay, I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing and hoping for the best, honestly. One thing you should also know about me is that I love rice, okay? Rice is one of those foods that I will drive an hour for, like a really good rice dish. I could eat rice breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and sometimes I do. Have you ever had a Chinese tomato, egg, and rice breakfast? Have you? And now I want to eat it right now. Yeah, I love rice. Rice is so good. And you know what? There's a lot of rice propaganda right now, like against, like an anti-rice movement, people trying to convince us that rice is not good for you. And to those people, I say, mind your business. Okay, you might be correct, I don't know, but mind your business. Let me eat my rice in peace. So over the last year, I have been on a little journey, right? I'm like, well, actually it's been more than a year. It's been like since I turned 30. I've been like on this journey of one, getting to know me, right? Like rediscovering me. Who am I? Who am I? Who do I want to be? How do I want to be? So that's been really interesting, to say the least. But also I have been on a journey to nurture, cultivate, and like find friendships. So nurture and cultivate my old ones, and then make new friends. And let me tell you, trying to make friends in your 30s is wild. Like, it's almost like I'm dating again. Yeah, I've gone on so many friend dates in the last couple of years, and I can count on one hand how many of those have stuck. And like, you know, I mean, I don't blame any of those women. I feel like when you're in your 30s, you know exactly what you want, what you like, what you don't like, who you want around you. And sometimes you just don't click, you know? You just don't click. So that's fine. But I have joined so many Facebook groups for like women looking for friends, women in their 30s looking for friends, like city women looking for friends, Black women looking for friends. Like, you name it, I'm probably in that group. And I did document the tiniest bit of that on my Instagram at one point, but you know what? It got so exhausting trying to meet new people, trying to make things stick, while at the same time like trying to nurture the people that I already had in my life. And you know, I feel like the pull to make new friendships and to grow my community really grew after I got married, where I was just like, you know what? I love my husband. He's like my person, right? But he can't be my only person. I feel like that is not it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you need a community. And I'm not necessarily talking like married women. I couldn't care less if, you know, my new friend is married or single or whatever. I just want like good women, strong women, passionate women, loyal women, funny women, women that love to try, like, just, you know, again, this is what I'm saying. It's like dating. Like, you just want to find the person that you have those commonalities with, and who can like support you through all the freaking ups and downs and curves of life. And you know, I'm thankful I've met a handful of really genuine, awesome women. It's been a long road, and I've kind of decided to kind of take a break from that a little bit. I'm not going on nearly as many like new meetups with new friends. Instead, what I'm trying to do is meet up with my old friends, right? People who are in my life right now, and like nurture those relationships. So I've been inviting people over more often. Like, let's just go hang out at the pool. Let's do this. Let's do X, you know? Not to say that I'm not open to new friendships. I am. I'm just not putting the same amount of energy towards that at this point as I am the ones that I've already had. And you know, the reason that I really embarked on this journey is like, I realized that my best friends live out of state. And so we talk every day, and we're obviously there for each other, but long distance friendship is hard. It's really hard. And sometimes you just want like those friends that you can just reach out to last minute. You can have some, last minute spontaneous plans. You can reach out to like in an emergency and they can get there really quickly. That's like what I'm looking for. Like I'm looking for my sisters, you know what I mean? Like my crew, my community. So yeah, I'm definitely working on that. Which, by the way, is highlighter still in? Like, are the girlies still using highlighter? Because I feel like I've been seeing some highlighter slander lately. And I'm like, oh, do we not like highlighter anymore? Is that like too, I don't know, is that like considered outdated? I don't know. I like using a little bit of highlighter. I honestly think that's all I can think of to share right now. Okay, so now I'm gonna go pick out an outfit and I'll be back to do some finishing touches. Alrighty, I am dressed. I decided to go with this like neon yellow dress. These are my earrings. I cannot leave the house without earrings, and I feel like that is like some cultural trauma. In my culture, when you're born, if you're a girl, straight out the womb, pretty much, your ears are getting pierced, okay? Everybody's gonna know that this is a girl child, okay? And so my ears were pierced straight out the womb. As I was growing up, my mom, whenever I would not wear earrings, she would point it out. She'd say, you look like a boy. So I'm traumatized. I'm definitely traumatized by that. And so I always need earrings. If I'm leaving the house, it doesn't matter where I'm going. If I'm stepping foot outside the comfort of my own home, you're gonna see a pair of earrings. So I have these little ones that I actually got from Cabo. And yeah, I think they're really cute. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me. If there's anything else that you want to know, just let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer for the most part. Some things I'm just not gonna talk about on the internet, but if it's something that I'm willing to answer, I'll definitely answer it. And I hope you guys will join me on the next video. See you later. Bye.